What are the odds of that happening? Who knew? What's going on, guys? Welcome to Ajax Reviews. Today we review Alive or Dead. Directed by Goetsch. While traveling down a desolate road, Maria stumbles upon an apparently abandoned school bus. A girl has written "Help me" on one of the windows, and Maria quickly discovers the messy secrets that lie within the bus. Now, Alive or Dead, this is a movie that I bought a long time ago when I was on my buying spree. You know how sometimes at Walmart during Halloween they'll have like an end cap of a bunch of movies you've never heard of? Well, that's where I got it. So I ended up buying this one. I brought it home. There was like 4 other ones that I bought at the time, which I'll be reviewing later. I brought it home, watched it, and for the most part, I remember enjoying it. Watching it again, maybe I have a different take on it. Maybe I looked at it in a different way. Or maybe I was just drunk when I watched it the first time. I don't know. But we'll get into that review right now. Okay, so where do I start? Never in my life have I watched a movie that was both pretty good and a complete waste of time. I think the title says it all. Alive or Dead. Now, here's something funny. I recently reviewed a movie called Machete Joe. And one of the things about Machete Joe that I said I didn't like was the fact that they didn't utilize the castle that it was shot in. It was shot in a place called Castle Ranch just outside of Lancaster, California. Well, what are the odds that I watch another movie within the same week and a half that was shot in the same location? The thing is this movie actually utilized the castle a lot more. Be it was mostly in the daytime, but they did show other parts of the castle. They did show some of the inside. They did use other aspects of that castle, and the lighting was a lot better. Well, being that it was daytime, there was really no lighting. But, I mean, it didn't look as bad in this movie as it did in Machete Joe. Now, the acting in this movie by the female characters was actually pretty good. And the building of the tension early on in the movie was also really good. The tension actually ended up fading midway through. Actually, when it became daylight is when the tension just kind of went away, because movies that take place in the day just aren't very, I guess they don't set a mood because there's no real lighting. There's nothing to provide a mood. Things are less scary when you can see everything around you. And once it got daylight, that's when the movie started really lagging a lot. Then they tried to trick us about who the killer was, and I was sitting there the whole time going, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. There's no way. And, of course, I was correct. They tried to trick us on who the killer was, make us believe that it was one person. That person died. Well, if that person died, why is the movie still continuing if he was a killer? Like, I mean, you should have left that guy alive. Anyway, they tried to trick us and failed. But then this movie just approached a true downfall. They tried explaining things through newspaper clippings and characters talking back and forth about the things they found in the newspaper clippings. And then a fucking monk shows up and does some explaining. And then a guy called Bubbles, he was all blistery and shit, he shows up. And then they find another place with some more things. And just the movie got more and more confusing and made less and less sense as every minute in the movie passed. It started really strong and really good, and then as soon as it got daytime and they got to the castle, they tried over-explaining the fuck out of the whole story, and it really just took away everything that they had built. Now, what we got as far as gore or blood or any type of effects was actually pretty good. However, that kind of falls short when the killer, I'm going to say that, the killer only gets one kill. And it's in the last 5 minutes of the movie. And it's the main girl. After the killer kills the main girl, The secondary girl finds a pregnant woman tied to a table, who then later takes a one-shot pistol that has been fired 4 times already and not been reloaded, shoots herself in the stomach, kills her baby and herself. Okay. Like I said, this movie made less and less sense as it moved forward. So I did something different. I actually made a list of things, a small list of things that made more sense than this movie. Hawaii has an interstate, stopping the microwave 2 seconds before it beeps. Cartoon sons that wear sunglasses. The fact that you need scissors to open a pack of scissors. Daylight savings. Lemonade contains artificial flavors, but furniture polish contains actual lemons. Donald Duck only wears pants to go swimming. Fat Chance and Slim Chance mean the same shit. Round pizza put in a square box and cut into triangles. Now it's time to talk about some of the things that I liked. The movie starts off great. I mean, Maria's fondling herself. She's having phone sex with her fiance or boyfriend. She reaches over, grabs a phone charger, starts honking her own horn with the phone charger. Like, okay, that's different and fun. Also, the effects and the gore wasn't too bad for what we got, especially towards the beginning of the film. And the fact that they actually used the castle. I liked that. That was cool. And let's not forget, Maria. Man, she was sexy as hell. Now it's time to talk about some of the things that I didn't like. The character spent way too much time just fucking looking around. Like, let's go in this room and look. Let's go in this room and look. Let's go look at this. Hey, look, newspaper clippings. Let's talk about the newspaper clippings. What is this? Oh, look at this. It's a picture. Fucking do something else. Another thing is when you watch this movie and you see like some of the action sequences, they're edited terribly. Like the cuts are way too quick and abrupt. There's no transition. There's no smoothness to it. It's just literally like, I'm going to throw a punch, cut, and then next thing you know, like getting punched. Like, it was that bad. The editing was just terrible in the action scenes. Another thing was the very obvious sleight of hand with the killer. Could it be this guy? Is it that guy? Who is it? Oh shit. It was the same guy that I thought it was the whole fucking time. The killer was just shitty. And the bubbly face fucker. Like, what was the point of that guy? And then there was the fucking monk. Like, what the fuck? Again, like I said, one of the things that's just really bad is that the killer didn't kill anyone until the last 5 minutes of the movie. And then one of the things that I really didn't like that, I mean, I feel like my intelligence was insulted, was the fact that they got 5 shots out of a 1-shot pistol. Literally, it holds 1 bullet. And let's suspend disbelief for just a minute and let's say for some reason a gun this big that you hold like, you know, like that somehow holds 2 bullets. Okay. What about the other 3? Now you're really insulting my intelligence. And another thing that I really didn't like is the over-explanation of the story that took the whole damn movie to explain, and it still didn't make any sense. So, in conclusion, would I recommend this movie? Yes, but only so I can hear what you guys thought of it. As far as any entertaining value, no way. The only good things about this movie were the effects, Maria, the acting by both girls, the castle, and that's it. So, with all that being said, guys, I have to give this movie a 1.5 out of 5. And that's going to do it for me for today, guys. Remember, stay smart, stay clean, keep the dream. Don't let the man get you down, because if he does, he might... Who am I kidding? I don't even have an ending for this one. It was so bad.